Hey, YouTube. If I bump this, my camera's just kind of sitting there, so sorry about that. So today's project, because I should have been doing something other stuff, but I was stupid and did this instead, was to basically, I got so jazzed on stuff that I can do with Midjourney. In case you're wondering what Midjourney is the AI art um, production software that's kind of the easiest to use right now. It's got some limitations, and it's a little bit expensive. If you go to the big plan, which is the one I'm using, it's 30 bucks a month. I might drop down to that. Um, but anyway, I'll show you what it looks like here. If I can start the screen. I want Brave browser, which is here. I'm going to get to this, so I'll leave that open. So here it is. If you're curious, just go to midjourney.com. Here's kind of their showcase. I mean, look at all this crazy art that people are doing. That's pretty cool. That's pretty photorealistic. Evil alien. You know, these are just probably the stuff. Isometric. I was kind of trying to do something like that earlier. But yeah, these are the types of things you can do with it. Here's my little page. Hopefully I don't have anything too bad. Now I was kind of in an evil mood today, so I was doing some Geiger spell book, alien. I think I was trying to do like a zoological like entries into like a Victorian era encyclopedia type stuff. And here's just you create some awesome results, but like these types of things piss me off where it's here, but it cut the frame off on this side. It's actually, and if you look, Vladimir Choplin's channel, I think that's his name. Maybe I'll come back and put a link here someday. Just look him up on YouTube. He's got some good stuff. I started following him when he was doing his View Pioneer videos, and I thought they were awesome. And then I kind of forgot about him. And I found him again when this came out. But if you look, it's kind of like he described it well. Like a lot of the stuff that comes out of these AI art generators are almost like a dream. Like if this was a person, you know, the hands might be a little mangled or missing some detail. Like if you look here, there's kind of a hoof here, but kind of not. But it's still good enough results. So you're like kind of wowed by it. But anyway, that's what Midjourney is, and it's amazingly. I mean, it takes a little bit of creativity to kind of get stuff out like this or dementia or whatever. Kind of gnarly. Most of my stuff's pretty tame. I was like on this deep end rant today. Yeah, I got some pretty cool stuff, I guess. Spell books and yeah, this one was really cool, even though it's kind of evil. But anyway, you can do all sorts of stuff. This Russian and Ukrainian ones were pretty good, some of them. But again, here's another problem with Midjourney. It kind of struggles with guns. Like, kind of like this one's passable, but really it's missing the stock if you really look at it. But again, it's kind of dreamy again, where the little details are kind of like filled in, but only so much. And then I actually used an image reference for this, which the image reference was me. So I'm not sure how much that really looks like me. It's got my gray beard. And I used an image reference from a girl that I knew for this and this, and they turned out pretty well. So yeah, there's all sorts of cool stuff. I'm going to talk about the image reference thing here in a minute. But anyway, let me stop sharing real quick. The goal was I got all pumped. I can see all sorts of stuff I can use all these illustrations for. I'm going to create an online store. I'm going to sell stuff. But I don't want to like deal with having inventories or printing stuff and having stuff here. So I want everything to be on demand and I want it to be free. And that was my mission. Can you do that? I found one spot that's very close. You can do it for free, but with an asterisk. And that is ArtPal. Or ArtPal, excuse me, ArtPal. So it says here, I don't have my screen sharing going again, so let me get that going. Where's my Zoom meeting? I need to learn how to use the orb thing. I'm just too lazy. Okay, here we go. So here's ArtPal. Now ArtPal is cool because it's a one-stop solution. Like here's my little page. And if you're interested, it's artpal.com/infocide, INFOCYDE. And basically I just threw a couple images up here to kind of test the waters. I really like this one. But another thing that Midjourney and these AI art ones, it's like if you render something and you go, oh, I want this to be like, say, more of a 5:4 instead of a square, a rectangle. I could come in and clip it in Photoshop and do all that. But it'd be nice if you could render the same image. Like you can give it the same parameters, but you're not going to get the same image if you change just anything, which is kind of a bummer because I really like the look of this one. But anyway, it's cool because it handles everything for you. I even think it upscales the image for you. I went ahead and upscaled my images, which I'll talk about in a minute. But anyway, you can do canvases, fine art prints, and mugs. Now it'd be cool if you could do other stuff like t-shirts and all that, but for now that's limited to this. But it works. So you can come here, you can upload an image. Let's go ahead and just I'll show you how that works real quick. You just add more items. Oh yeah, it does say you've got to have like make sure that it's upscaled. So anyway, I'm not going to do that. I lied. But anyway, you upload it, you set a couple things. You can also hook it into like a Facebook page that will automatically sync with all your images, which is cool. And I think you can also do it with a couple other social medias like Instagram or whatever. I might actually break down and create an Instagram account. So it's pretty cool. And then you just upload it and go. And then you've got your little online store. Like I said, here's mine. I can look at my statistics. See, I don't expect anybody's bought anything. I've had somebody close from San Francisco buy something. But here's the rub. Here's the one disadvantage of it. If you if I go here, can I edit it? Yeah, and the user interfaces on these things are not the best. I think ArtPop's the simplest, but some of them it's just like you just get kind of lost. Edit it. I'd have to upload a new one. But anyway, when you upload them, you can set your profit margin. And you can also set, you can pay an extra 99 cents when you upload them, $1. And then they're like higher rated, so they'll show up in people's results. And they actually do stay up there for a bit. Like if you go to the ArtPal main page. Oops, I just can't type anymore. Like my little one of the ones that I uploaded was up here for quite a while, which is both good and bad. It's good because like here's one still. That means that it's actually doing what it says when you pay the 99 cents. But it also means we're just not getting a lot of traffic, and so these don't fall off as much as they should. I'm not sure. Anyway, it says if you pay the 99 cents, you get about 150 views. And then for the next couple months, you'll get higher traffic, the 150 views in the first day. So that is the best all-in-one solution where you just don't have to think about it. You're limited to mugs and you can't even really customize those mugs. I mean, you can have big mugs and little mugs, but you can't. They're just all white. But you can do it. And you've got canvases and stuff. So that's cool. And hopefully this will continue to improve. I don't know how long this has been here. And it's pretty easy to upload. The only pain in the butt I encountered is there's like 5. It's kind of like a select list. They're all chained together where you got to kind of put what category your art's in. So there's that. So let's talk about image upscaling a little bit. Now there's a bunch of upscalers. I haven't really looked at them that much. This is a free one. www.upscalemedia.com. Let's grab one of my picks here. I'll just grab this guy. Palm tree, and you don't have to sign up for an account. It just does it for you when you download it. And then it's got some AI involved. So once it's done, once again, this is upscale.media. So the original image, or the original was at, I'm not sure what the, let's see here. So give me the information. It does, I just don't remember what it is. Anyway, most of the time you're going to get images that are fairly small, so you want to upscale them. So when you load it, so when they get printed out on posters and stuff, that they don't get all blurry. So here's the upscaler. I'm going to upload this. Let's go to the upscale, and it gives you some choices. You can upscale it 4 times. And you can pay money and do this in a bulk way. So if you're creating like tons of art and can do a bunch of images all at once, just let it go, upscale everything, and then upload them. Usually it's faster than this. It's probably getting beat on. But anyway, and then you can apply like some, here we go. And they can do the enhanced quality. And then you pretty much just hit download and download it, and you're done. So while that's doing that, let's also talk about, get rid of that, get rid of that. Let's talk about photo references. So in this one, I basically used, if I could go ahead and copy the command here. Actually, let's open it in Discord. You'll see that I used an image, and interestingly, in this one, I didn't do, like normally I'd have a flag like IW5 space 5, which means image weight 5. So you want to keep it as close to the image as you want. But anyway, if like say you're blending a face into like a character or something, you want to use a face of someone you know, you want to use a photo, and you want that photo publicly available so you can copy the URL. And the one, just screw that up, did I? I did. Let's go ahead and screen share again. Son of a gun. So the one that I used was post image. It works pretty good. Let's just grab any image I got laying around. Okay. And then it gives you a direct link to the image. You just copy that, and then you can use it for wherever. Well, it's cool. I'm not sure if I did that, but upload another image. Yeah, like I set mine to remove after 7 days. You can remove it after 1 day, or you can leave it there forever. And right now you can create an account if you want. But anyway, for quick and dirty image references, postimages.org is what it's called. I recommend it. So postimages.org. And then so we've got a place to sell our art, a place to upscale it, and a place to post images that we can use for referencing for when we're creating images on Midjourney. So that's pretty much the main thrust of the video. Another place that I went to, and I'll get into like a pipeline where you can create stores that have different types of products beyond just canvases, where you can do clothes and all sorts of that stuff. But anyway, the only other one that was kind of considered, I've been a DeviantArt fan for a long time. So I went ahead and got a core membership so I think you can sell stuff without it, but I went ahead and did it because they had a sale, and I have 2 bones to pick with DeviantArt as far as selling things. One, you can only sell canvases, and it's kind of buried. I'll show you what I mean by that. Like, let's go to me. Again, I was just throwing some stuff up. Well, let's say I wanted to buy this one. So there's no real way to buy it. When you set it up, it is, but it's kind of hidden, and I don't like that. And then when you do buy it, you're kind of limited to art prints, canvases, or photos, which is fine. And so there you go. But the problem is I don't think a lot of people buy art here. They look at it, they love to upload it, and there's kind of a good community. Like, I'm getting all sorts of interactions on just the couple pictures that I put up. I think having that core membership that I bought, and that's the second membership or second bone to pick I have, is I went for the base one, which was on sale for like $3 a month if you paid for it in a month. And they very sneakily did a switcheroo on me, and I clicked and I did the year. I didn't pay 149 because it was discounted. It was like $80, close to it. But I went from 24 to 80, which really pissed me off. And it was just a little switcheroo in the process. Or if you're not paying attention, they suck you in and got you. But on the good side, I immediately removed my credit card. So when the year's up and I've long forgotten about this and I've moved on to other projects and wasted money here and time that wasn't fruitful, and I move on to something else, then all of a sudden I look at my credit card and there's $150 charge and I don't remember where it came from. So you can take your credit card out right away. So that won't happen. Good on that. Now, the other thing I did was I decided, hey, I want to sell like mouse pads, t-shirts, and stuff like that. But I want to do it in a way where I don't have to do inventory. So like somebody orders a mug, whatever factory in whatever third world country or America spins up a mug with my logo on it, prints it, ships it to them, makes it looks like it comes from me. I don't have, it's just in time inventory type of stuff, or I don't have to think about it. And if the inventory goes offline for some reason, that product disappears from my online store. And I wanted to do it for free. Well, I couldn't do it for free. Basically, it gets weird. So here's kind of the pipeline. I've got two different Printify and Printful that I can do the on-demand products and create a store. And then I can have that store linked to Shopify, which is another app, or I can create a store on Shopify. And then with Shopify, I can create, in theory, I couldn't get it to work, link up to a store on Etsy or Amazon or whatever. I don't know if I mentioned this too, but with ArtPal, you can create a Facebook. It can create a Facebook page for you for your art. I don't think Facebook pages really get that many hits, so it's kind of a waste of time. But you can do it. And it auto syncs when you upload stuff. So anyway, so it's this pipeline. I've got two things here. Both of them cost money, and they're the ones where they suck you in for 3 months, paying like $1, and then it goes to $30 a month. So they're gonna you're probably set one up and forget about the payments. And they're gonna bing you for 30. This other one I think is pretty similar, where they are one of them. They give you like you can have a free account, but you're limited to 10 products. So those are the two, and I forget which ones they are. Here's Printify. So here's the products that I have. I think this is the one that's rated to 10. But anyway, let's say I want to add a product. So let's say I want to add a t-shirt. Let's just grab one. Actually, I am not a lifestyle guy, so I'm gonna go up to 5x because I might want to buy it. I'm a fatso. So let's go ahead and grab that. So there's our shirt, and it's got all sorts of different colors. So let's start designing. So let's go to my library. Let's grab this guy, drop it in. Do I have to click it? I have to click it. Make it big. Good enough. It says this is low resolution. It should not be. But anyway, I'll fix that later. And then let's go ahead and preview it. I don't know how to turn this to black and white. I guess the only option I have is white. So I'm not going to go ahead and save this product. Well, let's just go ahead and save it. So I saved this product, but I'm not going to publish it. But anyway, you can tweak it and fix them and all this stuff. Like here's a dark size coffee mug. I actually like this one. This is pretty cool. So yeah, it's a little slightly bigger than normal coffee mug with my little UFO type thing on it. You give the descriptions and all that, and then you go ahead and hit publish, and then somewhere I've got a store. So Infosides Den is my store on Printify, and I think this one's really like you can go directly to the store, but it's really meant as kind of a middleware where you hook into like Shopify or something else. And then the other one I created was not ArtPal. Let's go ahead and close that. Let's close my evil renderings. Close that. Up that. Looking up that. Oh, here it is. So here's my other Printful is my other one. And then here's my store on Printful. This one, again, the GUIs on all this stuff are kind of crappy. So anyway, basically, here's these two stores. I think Printful costs money, but you can kind of hit them, but really you're supposed to go to Shopify or something like that. Like there's a bunch of different APIs. So if I go to my Shopify, I might actually have it open. So here's my Shopify store. Let's go back here. And if you look, basically, I'm getting all my products on my Shopify store from those two vendors, Printify and the Infosides Creations, which is Printful. So if I want to look at my store, can I? And this always pisses me off. I never quite figure this out. Let's get rid of the admin. So I guess my store is infosides.creations.myshopify.com. And there's like this interface for like here, it puts all this crap here. It's almost like WordPress, and I haven't fully gotten rid of all this stuff. But here's that. So this is the store that's cool because if I go back to Printify here, and let's say I want to do let's do a catalog. So I can do like ornaments. So let's say I want to do like let's do this. I can add a design to it, get my library. I'll put a Conan Christmas. It will do it. Drop that down like that. If we can shrink it down to a font. All right, so there would be our Conan Christmas. And again, I hate just everything being white, but I think, oh, here we go. Look at that. And then if I really wanted to do this professionally, I would like take this image and do Photoshop and just kind of blend to white all the edges, so blend to black, so it looks good. But I'm not to that point yet. So let's go ahead and just make this, cover this all. There we go. I can get beamed right through his head. There we go. So there's our product. And let's go ahead and publish it if we can. Probably got to do some work on it. Conan Christmas. Again, you're probably getting bored, so I'm just going to go ahead and publish this. So when we publish it, and then we go to my other store, which is what? That was on Shopify, right? So where's my Shopify store? Here it is. That will now come up, or it should. Oh, I did not. I think it takes it a couple seconds. There's my products. So you saw again, why didn't you do what I wanted you to do? Or you printify? Where did you go, you punk? Oh well. Anyway, see how it's kind of all clunky. Doesn't help that I've got like 1,000 windows open. There it is. It says it's published. Where the frack is it? And where is it, bro? That, get rid of that, that. Don't need that anymore. So yeah, I'm gonna go because I'm just kind of rambling on at this point. So yeah, this should show up here. There it is. So there's my product. Now, what gets weird, actually, it's kind of cool. So what's get weird is that I can't. There's a way where you can use Shopify and then you can do an app. Like here's my app. Etsy marketing integration. So you do apps to integrate with Printify and Printiful, and I should be able to integrate. It says publish with a few clicks, and I've not been able to get past here to push something up onto Etsy. I kind of created a store on Etsy, but they want you to upload like one product, and I didn't. I kind of created it halfway and then tried to link it to this, and it didn't really work that well. So they're all non-published, and I have no idea like how to publish them. I've tried, like it says 6 of 10. Here, we'll try that. So at least one action. Okay, yeah, I'd like to set it to publish, but I don't fucking, pardon my French, know how. Because there's no button that says publish, right? So yeah, the GUIs on all this stuff sucks. They really just suck. Oh, I can watch a tutorial. All right. I'll do that offline. But anyway, in theory, this should push stuff up to Etsy. I think Etsy gets a lot of traffic, so that would be a good thing. So anyway, that's where I'm at. This is just kind of a teaser. I will do a much more compressed, much more informative video possibly in the future. But here's the beginnings of a digital artist life. And again, I don't think you can just crank out stuff with Midjourney. I think you've also got to do your own versions of Stable Diffusion. Like that's for a whole other topic. I'm running it locally or on Google's collab instance, which is, I guess, is $5 a month. That's not too bad, if that's true. But yeah, here, let me stop the screen sharing. Anyway, yeah, I should have been doing all sorts of other stuff that I didn't do. So yes, where's it's not gonna let me. It's just not gonna let me. Okay, yeah, I'd like to stop screen sharing. Where's the freaking controls? I hate when millennials, sorry millennials if you're a millennial, but I hate when you guys design user interfaces. I just really do. There should be like a stop button right here, but it's not. So where is it? Now it's a quest. You know, you guys design all sorts of cool ribbons and all sorts. Oh, look at that. That's cool. Oh, look, I got like an icon bar. But frigging stop. Frigging publish. Maybe I'm becoming this old bitter dude, but you'd think those would be like front and center, not like buried like down a couple layers of GUI to get to it. It's just annoying. So the only way I can figure out how to do that at this point is to maybe it stopped on some. No, it's still there. It's just annoying. I'm not like totally technically unproficient here. But I mean, maybe if I fired up Zoom meetings every friggin' day of my life, like some of my coworkers do, which I have no desire to do, it would all be like second nature. But to me, it's just not. But anyway, yeah, my first stab at it all. Here, we'll just close this window and see what happens. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I guess that'll work. So yeah, final thoughts. My rambling video is I figured out that I need to sell, you know, a lot of these things you can kind of set your profit margin. Obviously, I figured you go low until you start selling stuff and maybe you can go higher. But I figured I need to become a digital artist, at least just selling prints and canvases and stuff. I would need to sell about 5,000 a month to make a living with my current debt load and such. So this is going to be an additional revenue stream, which means I have to really scale back my enthusiasm and time. But I hope to be able to put, you know, some time in on the weekends, you know, like every other weekend or every weekend, maybe like every other weekend, but generate a little bit of stuff to upload for 2 weeks. So I want to do obviously other stuff on the weekends and then quit being distracted and focus on my day job before I get shite canned for being distracted. But anyway, there you go. So just to recap real quick, to Upscale Media, to I think it was photobucket.org for the other one to hold images so you can reference them for midsummer. So that's your upscaler and your image holder. And then artpop.com is the easy peasy one. You want to spend 99 cents each image you upload to get a little more visibility and hopefully make more sales. You can. I'm not convinced that's really going to work. The other thing I did a little research on what sells, and basically it's landscapes. If you want to sell canvases, you make beautiful landscapes, which in Midjourney that's actually pretty. Landscapes and portraits are supposedly what sells. Portraits do not sell very well, but Americans buy them a little bit more than say Europeans. So if you want to sell stuff, you gotta do environments, you know, cool fantasy backgrounds, lakes and trees and all that stuff. That's what people buy. So pro tip, you want to sell stuff. So I hear I haven't sold anything yet to myself. So no expert, not at all. Goodbye.